a hemocytometer. It contains the WBC pipette, the RBC pipette, improved Newbar's chamber, and the cover slip. The cover slip in hemocytometer is different than that of the regular cover slip. We will take the blood up to 0.5 mark in the RBC pipette for the platelet count. If we take the blood sample from the finger prick, so procedure is same. We will take the blood up to the 0.5 mark. Now we will clean the tip of the pipette if the blood stain is present at the tip. Then we take the diluting fluid. Here the count is platelet, so we will take the platelet diluting fluid, that is 1% ammonium oxalate we have used here, and we will take the platelet diluting fluid up to the 101 mark. We will take care that there is a no bubble is present and there is a no fluid we take greater than that of 101 mark. Gradually we will take the diluting fluid up to the 101 mark. We will mix the blood and the diluting fluid. We will wait for 10 to 15 minutes so RBC get completely destroyed by ammonium oxalate. Now before charging we will discard the 2 drops from the RBC pipette because they does not contain any diluting fluid. Now we will charge the chamber by putting the cover slip. We will touch the drop of the mixture of diluting fluid and the blood at the junction of cover slip and the Newbar's chambers, and the capillary action, the chambers will be automatically charged. So after charging for the platelet count, we require to put the charged Newbar chamber in the petri dish, which is covered with the wet filter paper at the bottom, and we will cover it and we will wait for the 30 minutes. After that we will start the counting. This is the Newbar's chamber, improved Newbar's chamber under the low power objective. It contains, and here this is the image of the central 25 RBC squares of improved Newbar's chamber. We will count the RBC under the high power objective or the 45x. This is the image showing the platelet. Here the small rounded refractile bodies is with silvery appearance. I have mentioned it with the black arrow I have pointed out. These are the platelets. We can better focus platelets by reducing the focus and with fine adjustment. Here also the cells pointed with the black arrow, there are platelets, and the cell pointed with the orange arrow, that is the RBC. Usually RBC is destroyed by ammonium oxalate. So but sometimes few RBCs are also seen if it is not completely destroyed by ammonium oxalate. So this is the observation of our platelet count. I have drawn all the 25 central RBC square or the central square, and each square is divided into 16 square. In each square how much I have mentioned how much platelet count I have seen, right? So you have to write down in each cell how much platelet count you have seen and note it down here, and you have to sum them all. So the labeling you can do like this. This first, second, third, fourth and 5 square, like 1 2 3 4 5, and each row you can count it like n1 n2 3 4 and the 5, and made the sum of the number of the cell you have counted, like in n1 this one is the Roman 1, in which number of the cell I have seen, that is the 10, so I have mentioned it here as a 10, and made the sum of all the platelet count you have seen. Okay, and there are 2 rules of the counting of the cell in hemocytometer. One, always go in the zigzag manner. It is also applicable for the examination of the blood film or the peripheral blood smear or the reticulocyte smear. So go from the zigzag manner, like count from here, then come down and start from opposite side, like here. Then you have to count from this cell, this. Okay, so always follow the zigzag manner. And the second thing, for the hemocytometer, always you have to follow the 2 lines. Okay, suppose I have followed the left and the lower, so the in each square, when I count the cell, I will follow the left and the lower. It because if the cell is present here on this line, if the cell is present on this line, it may be possible that I count this cell in this square also, and when I count this cell, I will count the same cell again. So always follow the two lines, like the left and the lower, or the upper and the right, and hold that line while the counting. So there is a no duplication of the cell, same cell, or there are no chances of the missing of the cell in either of the square. So this is the two rules of the counting. So I have counted all the square. This is the observation table for the platelet count, and I have made the sum of all the cells, and my n number, that is at 271. Now I will put this number of the cell into the formula, that is the n multiplied by dilution upon volume. So we move for the calculation. So here the explanation of the platelet count. So we put the values in this formula, that is n multiplied by dilution factor upon the volume. Here our dilution factor is 200 because we have taken the blood up to 0.5. Then we have taken the diluting fluid up to the 101. So if you calculate accordingly, you will find out that up to the 1 mm mark in the pipette, it contains only diluting fluid. It will not contain any blood. So from 101, one part of the pipette is not taking part in the dilution. Okay, so the dilution of the 0.5 part of the blood, it is the 100. Then one part of the blood, the dilution becomes the 200. That is the explanation of the dilution factor. Then the volume of the fluid we examine in the 25 squares. We can count like this: the length and the width in which we have counted the cell, that is the 1 mm central RBC square. So the dimension of the all 25 central RBC square, that is a 1 mm, width is 1 mm, and the depth of the Neubauer's chamber, that is a 0.1 mm. So the volume of the fluid in which we have counted the platelet, that is the 0.1 mm cube or the microliter. So we put these values in this formula, and we will find that the 200 the dilution factor, and the volume of the fluid in which we have examined the cells, that is a 0.1. So our values become like this: n multiplied by 2000. Here in all 25 square, I have found the 271 platelets. I will multiply it with 2000, and my value is 5,42,000 per microliter of the blood, or per cubic mm or mm cube of the blood. Not just the calculation is mentioned as explained previously. The Viva question is the platelet are seen in blood smear? Yes, they are seen, and they are seen in the clumps as rounded bodies. The normal range of the platelet count, what is thrombocytosis and what is thrombocytopenia, and common cause.